Hello everyone. Today we shall be discussing about the next portion of Unit 3, that is Biodiversity of India, under which we shall be knowing the facts related to India being a biodiversity nation, okay, endangered and endemic biodiversity of India with special reference to Northeast India. So let's begin. So India is a mega biodiversity nation, okay. In India we can see enormous diversity, and the main reason for this is the favorable climatic condition, okay. As you know, the India lies in the favored position of, okay, in the world map. If you see, it lies around the equatorial line, okay, and that is mostly your favorable portion, okay, which enables or which provides a suitable environment for the growth of various plants and animals, okay. So in this regard you can see enormous type of diversity in India, okay. Now mainly the zone is very much important, okay. For the diversity, this zone is very much essential. So we know the earth is basically divided into four zones, such as tropical zone, subtropical zone, temperate, and the arctic or the alpine zones. So let us quickly look through these various zones one by one. The tropical zone is very hot around the year and has no winters, okay. That means it remains hot almost throughout the year, whereas the subtropical zone, it remains hot most of the year, and while there are winters which are cool, okay. The temperate zones have warm summers and pronounced winters, and the arctic or alpine zone has short summers and long severe winters, okay. So depending upon the amount of sunlight that the earth receives, there are various zones in our earth, okay. And we know if a particular zone is very much hot like that of the tropical zone, okay, or if it is very much cold like the arctic or the alpine zone, then it becomes unfavorable for the sustenance of life. So you won't see much diversity in these two regions. On the other hand, if you look into the subtropical or the temperate zones, you will see number of diversity in this particular areas, okay. Okay, India houses almost 33% of the life forms found in the world, okay, and has 49,290 species of flora. Flora means plants found in a particular area, okay. Collectively, all the plants which are found in a particular area are called as flora, and 81,251 species of fauna. That is a collective group of animals which is found in a particular area, okay. There are 104 national parks, 566 wildlife sanctuaries, and 18 biosphere reserves, okay, to preserve, conserve, and protect this enormous diversity. India is also a signatory to the international conventions like Convention of Migratory Species and Convention of International Trade on Endangered Species, okay, that means which bans the illegal trading of any sort of endangered species, okay, to, among the different countries, okay. Next, Endangered Biodiversity of India with special reference to Northeast India. So how do you determine a particular species to be endangered, okay, based upon the categories as listed in the listed by the IUCN in their red data book, okay. So there are different categories, okay, as you can see in this slide, okay. The first one being the extinct, extinct and wild, critically endangered, vulnerable, near threatened, and this concern, okay. These are various categories, and the definition of each is written below in the picture itself, okay. So based upon the analysis of a particular species, they are being listed into different categories, okay. And if we see a particular species, okay, is very much we can say it's very much vulnerable, okay, or we can say it is endangered, then it is a matter of concern for us. We need to save the species, isn't it? So if we don't save this species, what will happen? We may lose the good qualities of that plant, or the maybe some in the form of some useful medicines, okay. We may lose it for forever, okay. Next, critically endangered. Some of the critically endangered species of India, okay, are just placed in this slide, okay, among which is your collar leaf nose bat, okay, mostly found in Karnataka, large rock rat in Tamil Nadu, Nicobar shrew in Nicobar Islands, Hangul in Jammu Kashmir, okay, and so on. Pygmy hawk found in Assam. This is also critically endangered, okay. Now how do we determine a particular species in a critically endangered category? So based upon the threat of getting extinct or based upon the number of species, the habitat, okay, the life supporting parameters of that species, okay, the availability of the life supporting parameters of that species such as food, water, habitat, etc. Okay, based upon the analysis of these parameters, certain parameters, we determine a particular species to be endangered or not. Okay, so if we see that the endangered is in critical state, that is, it is first of all the habitat of that species is being lost, that means the dwelling place is being destroyed. Okay, that obviously it is a matter of concern, and if the food are not available of that species, obviously it will die of hunger, isn't it? So in that regard, based on certain analysis and calculations, we categorize a particular species into various categories as listed in the IUCN Red Data Book. So over 63,000 plant species are found in the country, out of which 20% of the plant species in India are categorized either as endangered or threatened. Okay, some of which includes the Assam catkin queue, ebony, red sandalwood, muesli, Malabar mahogany, etc. Okay, some of the pictures are represented here. Next, the one-horned rhinoceros, Hulok gibbon, pygmy hawk, spit hare, Assam roof turtle, and Bengal slow loris are some of the endangered species of Northeast. Okay, if you are be asked about to write about some of the endangered species of Northeast, so here is your answer. Okay, while the eaglewood, tree fern, Himalayan yew, white ginger lily, shiro lily, etc., these are the flower groups, okay, which falls under the endangered category of plant species belonging to the Northeast India. Okay, so you can just have a go through this picture. Okay, endemic biodiversity of India with special reference to Northeast India. Now what do you mean by endemic biodiversity? That means those species which are found only in Northeast area. Okay, in India it is, suppose a particular species is found only in the Northeast area, so it will be termed as an endemic species. Okay, so let's see which are those. So a number of species are endemic to Northeast India due to its unique geography and climatic condition, isn't it? Our Northeast area is a very suitable climate area for the growing species, isn't it? So we have it includes both the flora and fauna which are described below. First and foremost, there are 230 species of amphibians. Amphibians are those animals which can live both in water and land. Okay, as for example the frog. Okay, 230 species of amphibians are regarded as endemic, 67.25% to entire India, and 54, that is 16%, are from Northeast India. The endemic amphibians of Northeast India constitute the highest endemicity of all the vertebrates fauna found in India and Northeast India. Some of the example includes Ichthyopis garonensis, Biphoides meghalayanensis, Meghalayanus, okay, Calophyronus, Assam tree frog, Nanorana arunachalis. So you need not remember this scientific name, just remember as Arunachali frog, or as the Meghalayan frog or something, or the Garo snake. Okay, like this you can remember it. Okay, so if you find difficult in remembering this sort of name, I don't think it will be difficult for you guys, because most of the terms are related to some places like Garoensis. Most probably it is related to the Garo hills of Northeast India. Then Meghalayanus, that is from Meghalaya. Okay, then Arunachalensis, that is from Arunachal, it is indicating. So like this, if you can remember, then it's good. Otherwise you can just Google it out and find out their common name. Okay, a greatest number of 17 endemic species has been recorded in Assam, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, followed by Manipur being 13 of them, Nagaland 12 species, Meghalaya 8 species and Mizoram 3 species. Some of the examples include the one-horned rhinoceros of Assam, red panda of Sikkim, rusty-throated warrant babbler of Arunachal Pradesh, Shanghai deer of Manipur, clouded leopard of Meghalaya, gore of Nagaland and Hulok gibbon of Mizoram. Okay, you can have the pictorial view of all these species. Okay, so all species are endemic to the particular places which I have stated. Okay, That means this particular species are found under natural condition. They are found only in that area. As for example, one-horned rhinoceros is a state animal of Assam, isn't it? So it is found only in Assam, okay, under natural condition. However, you may find it in other areas such as in zoos, okay, or any other portions such as captivity, okay, but to a minimum extent only, okay. For few mammalian species which are endemic to northeast India includes the one-horned rhinoceros, pygmy hawk, buff-billed langur, Namdapa flying squirrel, Caucasian leaf-nosed bat, Assam horseshoe, etc. Okay. So what do you mean by mammalian species? Mammalian species are those group of animals which give birth to young ones. Okay. They don't lay eggs, rather they give birth to young ones. So some of the endemic species of northeast India, endemic mammal species of northeast India are as follows. Okay. Next, you can see there are a large number of reptiles are also endemic to India, such as Darjeeling kukri, snake, Sikkim old snake, Assam keelback, Cherrapunji, kill snake, etc. Okay, so just to remember the names of certain species. Okay, where are they found, to which state they belong. Okay, so that will solve your purpose. Then comes your endemic flora. All this long we have been talking about the animal species only, that is the fauna species. But right now in this particular side we shall be dealing with the we shall be knowing rather about the different floral species that are found in northeast India, which are endemic to our northeast India. Okay, so the first one is Shiroi lily, okay, of Manipur, and second one is Nepenthes khasiana, that is the pitcher plant, one of my personal favorite plant. Okay, and Bambusa cacharensis, that is from a kachal plant. Okay, Thiasamica, that is the tea plant, and what is this? Ascynanthus parasiticus. Okay, these are all scientific terms. If you cannot remember the scientific terms, just remember the common name. Okay, Shiroi lily is your Shiroi lily, Nepenthes khasiana is your pitcher plant, Bambusa cacharensis, that is your bamboo of Kachar. Okay, Thiasamica, that is the Assam tea or tea plant, and the large flower bushwort, that is your A. parasiticus. Okay, next is your Dendrobium palpebri, that is from Mizoram. Okay, Vande pumila of Sikkim, and C. assamica, that is an orchid of Assam. Okay, so these are some of the endemic flora, that is the flora which are found only in this particular region only. Okay, so you can just have a look at the picture. The first one is your Shiroi lily, then comes your Nepenthes khasiana, then Bambusa cacharensis, then your Thiasamica, then A. parasiticus, then towards the right second, lower right second, that is your Dendrobium palpebri of Mizoram, then comes your Vanda pumila, and at the last lowermost left corner is your Silogni assamica, or that is the orchid of Assam. Okay, in our next upcoming topic we shall be discussing about the threats to biodiversity, various threats to biodiversity. Okay, now here I'd like to mention one thing, that is in this particular topic there is nothing which needs to be explained. Okay, in this portion there is nothing which needs to be explained, just you need to remember, okay, in this particular area this sort of thing is found. Okay, as for example, India as a mega biodiversity nation. Why India is considered as a mega biodiversity nation? Based on which factors? Okay, so I've stated based on the climatic factors, based on the favorable climatic factors. Okay, next, and you can add some fact, that is depending upon the amount of sunlight that the earth receives, or depending upon the temperature, the earth is divided into various zones, and each of these zones they add beauty, or they add the part, okay, which helps in the diversification of the biological world. Okay, then these are some facts. Okay, how many national parks are there, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves. About these three things we shall be dealing in the upcoming chapters, okay, or upcoming units. Okay, so now regarding the endangered biodiversity of India, what do you mean by endangered? Obviously, which are facing a threat of extinction. That is, if we do not conserve them, if we do not protect the particular species. So, as for example, let us suppose there is a species X. Okay, there are 10 numbers of them. Okay, left in this world, and nowhere else they are found. If we don't conserve that 10 number of species, obviously they will become extinct someday, they will become zero. From 10 to they will become zero, right? So we need to conserve them. So they come under the endangered product category, and to be very specific, they fall under the critically endangered category. That is, if we don't conserve them, they might get extinct. Okay, and how do you know which organisms falls under which category? So that is as per the various protected laws, okay, and the red list categories criteria we put forwarded by the IUCN, that is International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. We know which type of animal species or which species falls under which category. Okay, we can just assert which particular species falls under which category. And then these are just facts to be known, okay, right now, which are critically endangered species of India. Okay, then this is something about the plant species of Northeast India mostly. Then comes the some associated facts about the Northeast India. Then some facts about the endemic biodiversity of India with special reference to Northeast India. Okay, that is, endemic means the species which are found in a particular area only. So these are all fact-based concepts, fact-based topics, okay, contents, which you need to keep in mind. Okay, so I put these pictures just to for letting you understand it very easily, so that you can just relate and study. Okay, relate and study, so that it helps you to memorize easily and quickly. Okay, so this is all about today's session. And if there is any query, so do let me know. And you all have got the WhatsApp contact number as of now, so in case of any difficulties or any queries, you may text me over in my WhatsApp contact number. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much.